20% increase. I always wanted a thing called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tune here. Here's my next video. It's going to be back on the framemeister. I had a little bit of request from one of my subscribers to ask whether they can run some 3D games through the framemeister. He was saying that there's no videos out there, anything really 3D running through it. It's all 2D, which is probably about right actually. So I decided to do some videos of some 3D games running through the framemeister, and I'll tell you what settings I've got on here, which are best, which modes I'm using, which modes give the best results. So what I'll do is start off with the PlayStation 2, and I'll probably do a bit of Saturn, maybe a bit of Wii, GameCube, that type of thing. So this is Wipeout Pure, I think it is. I've got this running in the let's have a look, the normal mode. What I want is pitch. I want natural. There's a couple of different ones you can run in. For the best results, you really want game 1, which will give you the best processing results. But I think you get slightly clearer picture through the neutral mode, which is better for interlaced, which this game is running in 480p. So we'll try this game out. We'll see what it looks like. So as you can see, it's looking pretty nice. This game's a little bit on the dark side. I don't know whether, I think it's the setup in this. I never really noticed it on my PS2 before. I did see one problem with PS2 games though. Was the original fat PS2 running on gradius 5. That looked terrible. The scan lines weren't displaying properly. They were all sort of patchy and sort of like hashy, if that makes any sense. But as soon as you change the mode from the, as you can see, I can't play this game. It's because I'm using the wrong button to and fro. Basically, the scan lines weren't displaying properly. But I had a mess around with the settings. I changed it to game 1, which is the best processing mode you can get, and it sort of fixed a lot of the issues I had with it. So I tried different SCART leads as well, so it wasn't the lead that was causing an issue. But then on my slim PS2, I didn't get that issue. So I don't know whether it was the TV setup or just the game. Who knows? Like. But if I can find that game, I have got it somewhere. If I can find it, I'll give a video showing that it's playing. As you can see with this, it's displaying pretty nice. Nothing. I wouldn't say the picture quality was nothing super fantastic, but it's displaying nice. framemeister, I suppose, is meant for the older 2D consoles. Like I said, best results on this thing, I would say definitely on 240p. But it does a fair job. It does look a lot better, and it does plug in directly through your TV. So I'll try not to make the videos a little bit too long, because the video will end up being about 4 hours long. So, but anyway, that's Wipeout Pure running. As you can see, it looks, it does look pretty decent. I got no complaints with that. Scan lines are displaying properly. So anyway, that's Wipeout Pure. I think I'll probably go on to God of War or something next, and we'll have a look at that. So see you in a minute. But then here we go. Back with God of War 2 this time. I'll check what it's running in. It's 480i. And we'll try game mode. Game mode is nice, but it's got a little bit of a blur to it. Game mode 2 is a little bit nicer, a bit sharper. But natural you want. Picture is good, but natural's the best. Right, here we go.
By defeating Ares, Kratos, the once mortal warrior, became the new god of war. However, Kratos soon found himself alone on Olympus.
Gotta say, when this game came out, it was the bollocks. I know it does stretch the PS2 right to his edges. The point it's got quite a bit of screen tearing and stuff, but the scanlines look like they're displaying perfect on here, which looks pretty nice.
My lord, Kratos! Another city is ready to fall. Soon all shall know the glory of Sparta.
Enough, Kratos! With every city you destroy, the wrath of Olympus grows. Soon I will no longer be able to protect you.
I need no protection.
Do not forget that it was I who made you a god, Ghost of Sparta. Do not turn your back on me.
I owe you nothing.
Then you leave me no choice.
Kratos had turned the pain of his memories into hatred. Hatred for the gods, who had refused to free him from the nightmares of his past deeds. And so he went to Rhodes to deliver the final blow to the besieged city.
He's a bit angry, is Kratos. He's a very angry man.
You conspire against me!
So as you can see, you know, Framemeister's doing a pretty good job up in this, even though it's in 3D. Like I say, you know, it does the best job on 240p, mind, I have to say, but it says 480i, it's running really nice. Converting it to progressive, quite nice.
Athena! You will suffer for this!
Yeah, so let's kick some ass. I think that Framemeister does a fair job at 3D games as well as 2D, but you know, 2D is what's really made for. May want to adjust my brightness level a second. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. I do like the God of War games, they are class. Used to be able to chuck them up in the air, grab them. I can't remember which one's grabbing them. That's blah. Ah, this guy. As you can see, you know, Framemeister's doing a good job. Like, it looks pretty nice. There's no motion blur or nothing. It doesn't seem to be any lag. You know, scan lines are displaying pretty perfect. Them outside can't get me. You know, looks pretty nice. Right, so I think what we'll do is I'll show you one more PlayStation game in 3D. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. We're then back. This time we're back with Gradius 5. This is the one that I was saying that I have seen it where the scan lines are not displaying properly, and they're getting a bit all hashy and bitty. The scan lines are. That was on a fat PS2. I don't seem to have this problem on the slimline PS2. Don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. I tried multiple scat leads and it didn't make a difference. So But I don't seem to have that problem on my slimline one. As you can see, the picture is pretty damn nice. But I have seen where the picture's terrible and blurry, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how it was, why he was doing it. I'm not entirely sure. So, like I said, I did manage to sort of get rid of a lot of it on the fat pitch one by going into game mode 1. Which game mode 1 it does smooth the picture off quite nicely, as you may see. I don't know if it's good for you to see it in this version. Let me go back to the start screen a second. It's gone into the demo, which is typical. Yeah. So, but what we'll go to, because I think it's displaying in I again. So what we'll go back is we'll go back to the neutral mode, which has got less processing on it, but it does look a little bit. It doesn't process it quite as well as game mode 1, but game mode 1 apparently can give you half a second of lag. So if we go back to neutral mode, this looks pretty nice, and we'll start this up. So this is a fantastic game as well. This is really, really nice looking. Why they don't convert this to PS3, PS4, Xbox? It'd be awesome for the arcade games. Right, so we'll pick that ship. Even today, I think this game still looks very, very nice. As you can see, it's all displaying properly. I really want double, to be honest. These is what you want. As you see, it displays perfect. If I adjust my brightness levels a little bit. Say perfect, it does look like this. Look at those bullets. It's not blurring or anything with the problems I have seen on this game. But we'll do a pause it. I'll put it in the game mode 1 as well. Now this is the mode that's got the most processing on it. It does look nice. And to be honest, it looks even better. Not quite as sharp, but the processing on this mode looks stunning. Yeah, it's very strange it was displaying wrong, and it might be something to do with the fat PS2. Maybe the output on the Slim is slightly different. I know they use exactly the same leads. Because this lead I'm using now, I tried in the fat PS2 and still having the same problem. So until I change the mode. But as you can see, this game looks pretty damn nice. And looks very, very nice through the framemeister as well. I die. Giant planets kick my ass. This game is wicked. It's a bit hard mind for a Gradius game, but it is fantastic looking. This through the PC emulator, the PS2 one, running in 1080p, looks amazing. I suppose I could do the same with the framemeister really. So at the moment I'm running in 720. I'll show you the Guardian for a little bit, and then we'll go on to the say we'll go on to the Saturn, I think, next. We'll do a couple of little games on the Saturn. But anyway, as you can see, displaying pretty much perfect through SCART, PS2, very good. Right, and guys, kill myself, and then we'll move on to the Saturn. Right, back now guys, right then, we've got the Saturn this time. I'm going to run So Conquerente, or Son Contoretsu, whatever it's called. I can't even pronounce it. This is the double pack one with Battle Gregor, which is also a very fantastic game. So Conquerente. This is a 3D arcade board that Shoot Shmupper came out on the Saturn arcade board, and so it's all 3D. Well, it's 2D, sort of 3D, I suppose, actually. Come to think of it, probably is 2D. But anyway, this is a game that can look pretty terrible. This game can look pretty terrible on a normal TV. Right, tell you what, we'll just get the brightness and the contrast. Right, here we go. So it's quite a low resolution arcade board for 3D, so it can look a bit blocky, and it does look terrible on a flat screen television without this scaler. And as you can see, running through the framemeister, it looks pretty awesome. So all the sprites are in 3D. I gotta say, the Saturn and the framemeister, fantastic. This is a Japanese Saturn, by the way. So all my consoles are in 60 Hz. I can't be dealing with crappy 50 PAL. Small one. See if we can get to level 2. No, gotta say, running through the framemeister, it looks perfect. Looks better than perfect, actually. This game looks stunning running through the framemeister. It was silly. Good job, this is not a playthrough. These are pretty good shmuppers as well. I'll probably do a bit of Virtual Fighter next. So hopefully this video, guys, will give you a good idea what 3D games look like for the framemeister. So, you know, depending on what console you've got. The Wii is the one that can have slight problems. The Wii is not... All Nintendo consoles, I don't know what it is, Nintendo consoles don't have the best output. They do, you know, a lot of them support RGB, but it's not the cleanest of RGB. A lot of the Sega consoles are the ones that got some of the best outputs. So as you can see, this game pretty much looks perfect. So what I'll do, I'll kill myself here now, and we'll go on to the next game. Right, yeah, back again, guys. This time we got Virtua Fighter 2 on the Saturn. This game running one of the highest resolutions of any console at the time. So we'll have a look. It looks like it's displaying pretty perfect. Let's have a look what display mode we've got running. So 480i. I think I'll just leave the settings as they were. But yeah, just play the arcade mode and see what it looks like. Let's have a look. Let's do Sega. Why I haven't got a music, I have no idea.
Fight! 1, ready, go!
As you can see, looks absolutely lovely.
KO!
Does a fair job at pretty much everything 3D.
Fight! 2, ready,
I say 3G, aren't I? 3D, dope. The Virtua Fighter skills, fantastic.
KO!
Forgotten how to play this game.
Better run home to Mama now.
I can say, you know, it looks perfect. Everybody else I can say about that, really.
Fight! 1, ready, go!
Hurry up.
KO!
Right, that's Virtua Fighter. Be back in a minute with another game. Right, here we go. This is the last Saturn game I'm going to be showing. This one is Knights. Cool game. There's a nice update to this on the Xbox. But anyway, here's Knights. Looks awesome. Really cool game this is. Just flying around seems a bit pointless, but I don't know, it's really good fun to play. So the picture's displaying fine in 3D. I don't know what resolution it's running in. Let's have a quick look. It's running in, that's 240p this one. This is where the framemeister really shines, at 240p. Looks awesome, man. The aim of this game is just to fly around and collect these balls. The more rings you go through and the more balls, and the faster you do it. Never tried this with a 3D controller. I expect to be really good with a 3D controller. The second course is slightly different. Pretty awesome music in this game as well. Yeah, as you can see, it runs perfect. So I haven't come into any problems yet running anything in 3D for the framemeister, so like I said, I don't know whether it's something to do with the slim line PS2, because I have definitely seen problems with the fat PS2, which is really weird. But this Saturn runs fantastic. Pretty much everything I chuck it at it. Go back to the start. Cool. Right, anyway guys, I think we'll go for the Wii next. Hello guys, back again. Right, this time we got the Wii. The Wii with the framemeister does look a bit shitty when you first set it up, but this is the best. Let me just adjust my brightness a minute. Very bright, the screen. Let's see if I can get the brightness to go back up a bit. Right, anyway, so what's the brightness? Anyway, settings on the Wii. This is the best I found. I've got it running through component. It's 480p, and I'll run through my settings in a minute. I've got it in picture mode. So look. I've got the auto sync to auto. I've got the auto scaler to off. You can put it on to game if you want, but I've left it as it is. Scan lines are on. I shall tell. Let me go at this menu. So sharpness, I've got to level 1. You can turn it up to make it look nicer or not. Most Wii games, to be honest, you don't really need the scan lines, so I could turn them off, and that's what it looks like with them off. A lot of the games you don't actually need scan lines because a lot of them weren't sort of made to go with scan lines anyway, but we'll leave it on. So the scan lines do look, because of the bars on this game, the scan lines do look a bit strange, but anyway, they do display properly. Even though they do look a little bit, let's turn back off again, what they look like in the video. Yeah, so it's up to you with the Wii, whether you want them on or off basically. Blast by settings, I got it set up as. So we'll go to one player. Grand Prix 200. Let's have him on a bike then. See, look, you know, once you play around with the Wii settings, it does look pretty okay. I think there's a few, hang on, let's see if I can show some of the other settings in a minute. Right, I'll pause it in a minute. I'm sure there was a few other settings I changed for the Wii. Let's have a look. Yeah, I got it in picture mode. I've got it set to 16.9 because the Wii output's in 6.9 anyway, so I've got nicely set to that. I've got the, let's have a look. The V scale is set to 6. Virtual position on 32. Virtual width on 32. Ooh. Right, 32. That's about it, I think. Sync level, I've got to auto sync in anyway, but you can put retro mode on if you wanted, which dims the screen on the sides, which makes it look more a bit like a telly. But no, we don't want to. That's pretty much it with the Wii. And oh, hang on, it's syncing again now. Now I've done that. Now the picture's gone crazy. Yeah, why am I getting light and dark all the time? Now we're going a bit funny. So if I go back to component. Right, let's try that. Yeah, that's better. It's not doing it now. Don't know why he was doing that. He was just going a bit dark and light all the time. Shit. You can see, you know, displays this pretty nice. You can turn the sharpness up a bit to get it a little bit sharper on the Wii, which is not a bad idea at times, to be honest, with the Wii. But I find sometimes you can cause little problems with edges not looking correct. I also can't play Mario Kart to save my life for the look at it. Ooh. Don't know why he did that then. Yeah, sync seems to be going off occasionally, I don't know why. Framemeister occasionally does that, I don't know why. There, it looks right. Doesn't like that. Yeah. Now you found a slight little problem there going on. The sync is going a bit crazy. So I'll turn the auto sync off. Let's see what we get now. It won't automatically try to sync the picture. Let's see if that works. Sometimes you've got to do that with a framemeister, a little bit of playing around. Sometimes you can get sync issues. Yeah, that didn't fix that. Maybe you found it. I'm sure I just turned that off. Auto sync should be off now. Alright, it keeps going back to auto. Don't know why that is. Auto scaler. If I put auto scaler to game, which is best used for progressive scan. Let's see if that makes a difference. Like I say, sometimes you need to mess around with it. I don't think it's making much of a difference. Definitely getting sync issues. Not entirely sure why I was getting a few sync issues then. Usually it plays fine. Picture wise it's pretty good, but it's definitely some weird issues. Right, back in a minute guys, we'll try a different game on the Wii. Right guys, back now. This is a number 3 console. This is the GameCube. I just need to adjust my screen. Let's have a look what we're running this in. 72480i. Right, so we're running 480i. This is, I'll put it normal standard connectors like before. So can you save? Let's just do championship, may as well. That's the exhibition. I see GameCube looks pretty fine as well.
What's up, yo?
Pretty good game this is. Not as good as the original, I don't think. Can move that around and do some nice effects.
What?
Ricky, jump on it right when the light turns green. You'll get a blast off the line. 3, 2, 1, go! Good, you passed the first movie.
There you go. GameCube runs pretty nice through there as well. The loudest game is really, but
That's a turbo for you.
they do a nice jet ski game on the Wii U, or the Wii U. As you can see, this runs perfectly fine. Looks pretty nice, got a nice display properly, that type of thing. Can't remember, use the table. Aha, look at that.
Keep it up. Yep. You just got yourself a turbo. Okay, the last lap. Show me something, kid. You're about 1 second ahead.
I just missed that.
That's good, kid. Excellent. All right. Turbo time, kid.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Excellent. You just got yourself a turbo.
Oh, it is a race.
You held your own.
Now you can see that display's fine, so we'll try another GameCube game. Right, so back in a second, guys. Right, back again. 1080 Avalanche this time. Another pretty good game, which I still prefer the original. The display's perfect for the Framemeister. I say I'm pretty much come to a conclusion so far is the Framemeister doesn't really have any problems with 3D games. Everything seems to display fine.
Match 1. Ready?
Aha, that's what they're different. But never place game, no? Yeah, the GameCube had some pretty cool games. The SSX games on the PS2 are really cool snowboarding games. I think we'll do one more GameCube game after this.
Match 2. Ready?
So that's 1080, works perfect. I'll try one more game. Back in a minute. But then, this time guys, back with a fantastic F-Zero GX on the GameCube. This game is probably one of my favourite racing games ever. This game is amazing, super fast, crazy, awesome speed, really good music. It's just a class game all round basically. So what you want to do, first thing you want to do in this game is calibrate your controls so you get the widest arc possible on your controls. The reason for this is that the game can be quite twitchy, and you better have them having wide controls like so. You have save changes to that. This allows you to use Captain Falcon, who's pretty much the best one in the game, but his controls are very twitchy as they first start off. So if you want to use Captain Falcon, you need to basically adjust your controls. We'll do standard. This game is fantastic, by the way. Also considered one of the hardest racing games ever. It is pretty difficult, but it's really good fun and wicked looking. It's a calibration between Sega and Nintendo. There was actually an arcade cabinet in this game as well, which pretty much had a modified GameCube on the inside, and it's still really, really nice looking to this day. Super smooth, super fast, and runs absolutely perfect through the framemeister. This game is super fast when you start getting going as well. If I can get the speed up going on it. I remember that. This is the fastest racing game I've ever played. That corner's tricky. Fast enough to get a good place. Terrible. As you can see, this game is slightly nippy. A lot of people say Wipeout is the best hover racing game. Well, to be honest, this box F-Zero GX and F-Zero on the N64, far better games. They play a lot better, they're a lot faster. They're just better games all around, and this being the best hover racing game ever made. I know it's a bit of a bold statement, but this game is awesome. I have to do a video on this game at some point. Amazing graphics on this game for its time as well. This would look so good upscale at the time. Redone, redrawn and upscale. It would look so nice. It could compete with a lot of games that come out these days. Finish this race and then we'll call it a day. Okay. Trouble. It's going to be death to me. This game is a pretty damn good test to see how good the framemeister handles. This game is so fast, there's stuff flying by it. Right, look through it, there's no blur or nothing. First. Crazy how I play this game though. But anyway guys, that's a video of what a framemeister looks like in 3D games. As you can see, it looks perfectly fine. Check out my Jumping Flash 2 videos now, that's all running from framemeister. I'm trying to think, did I do anything else in 3D? No, I think that was about it. So, hopefully that answers a few questions. I haven't come across any problems with the framemeister, only on the fat PS1 on gradius 5, but changing the processing mode did sort of fix that problem. But that's it. All the pieces of equipment I've got seem to work fine. So anyway guys, catch you on the next video.